everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm going to go ahead and run you guys through what my foundation routine has looked like for probably the past couple of months. I just find myself always going back to this combination and this routine, and I just wanted to share it with you guys in case you were looking for a new foundation routine. Let me explain a little bit about my skin first. So I have really oily, very oily skin, and it's very acne prone. So of course I'm going to be mentioning, oil controlling products, products that are going to be for kind of more sensitive skin because it is acne prone. If you'd like to see how I achieve this foundation look, please keep watching. Hi, welcome to my face, my lovely acne scarred face. Let's get this covered. So I'm going to start with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I just have a sample right now. I need to go and get the full size because I've been using it for probably the past month or so, and I really like it. It's oil free, so that helps on that front. I am very oily, so just rub that into my skin. You really don't need a lot of it because it is kind of more silicone based, so it's a lot smoother than like a moisturizing primer, and a little bit goes a really long way. So since I am so oily, I like to first start my foundation with an oil controlling foundation. So the foundation that I've been liking for that is the Clinique Stay Matte foundation. It's a really great foundation. It doesn't cake up, it doesn't dry out my skin, and I am in the shade 08 Golden Neutral. I'm just going to dot some of this on my face. Here. Just like that. And then I'm going to be using this Real Techniques, I believe this is the buffing brush. Yes, the Real Techniques buffing brush. I'm just going to buff that into my skin. And I'll get pretty decent coverage with this foundation, but it's not quite as much as I like since my acne scars are so pigmented. So we'll get into that in a second. We're going to layer something else on top of this foundation. And the foundation that I'm going to layer on top of that so that we get more coverage is another Clinique one, surprise, surprise. So this is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation plus concealer. My shade is 6.5 Buttermilk. It just has a really good yellow undertone, but it's still light enough for my skin. So it comes with a little wand. I'm just going to kind of dab that on my cheeks. I don't generally put this anywhere other than my cheeks just because that's where I have my the majority of my acne scarring. Okay, I'm gonna put it just a little bit everywhere. That's how I'm feeling today. I'm not gonna use the Real Techniques brush for this. I'm gonna use the It Cosmetics brush. This is the number 110 airbrush foundation brush. This is the brush that I bought for my friend for her birthday. It's a really nice flat foundation brush to push it into the skin, and this will it'll blend it really well, but it will keep the coverage, which is what I want. Now that we have the base of our foundation down, I'm going to go ahead and conceal underneath my eyes. For that, I'm using the Lancome Effacernes Waterproof Concealer. And it's moisturizing without making my skin more oily. Like, it's a really great concealer. And my shade is 250 Light Bisque. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my ring finger and just this underneath, kind of in an upside down triangle shape, like so. I go a little crazy with concealer because I like the brightening effect that it gives to my skin. I do a little bit down the center of my nose, a little bit in the center of my forehead, and then on my chin, like so. And now that we're looking crazy, I'm going to take my beauty blender, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with some Fix Plus. This is going to help to blend it out and to help it not be so drying under my eyes. I have really oily skin, but I don't know. I have weird skin. It's kind of drier under my eyes. So we're just going to pat that into my skin, like so. It looks really, really white on camera, but I promise that it actually does look pretty white. That'll change once we set it. I have no fear. Before I move on to the other eye, another spritz of the Fix Plus, or 6 spritzes of the Fix Plus, you know, whatever floats your boat, and just blend. Now that we're concealed, we can go ahead and set that under eye concealer. Want to make sure that this does not budge and does not go anywhere because my face will get oily throughout the day. So for that, I'm using the Mercier translucent setting powder. This stuff is amazing. If you do not have this, I'm going to need you to go and I'm going to need you to buy it right now. You will thank me. So before I go in with the powder, I'm just going to look up and pat any creases out. And then while I'm still looking up, go in with the powder and set. That way I'm not setting any creases or lines in my concealer. I want to set a smooth finish. Okay. The other side, so pat, 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 smooth anything out that needs smoothing. Still look up and set. Nicole, I don't know how to say her last name, Guerrero? Nicole G on YouTube used this technique and I was like, wow, I have to try that, and I tried it and I will never do my concealer another way, ever. Take a little bit of that powder. Oh, and this is the I didn't even say what brush I'm using. This is the Morphe E3. I love this brush so much. Yeah, it's amazing for everything. And by everything, I mean setting my concealer, because that's all I've used it for so far, but I love it.
It just gives the best finish, and I love it. And it's so soft.
So we're gonna go ahead and move on and set the rest of our face. I am kind of on the hunt right now for a good setting powder. I've tried the Mercier setting powder over my entire face, and it did okay, but I feel like it didn't do as well as I was hoping. For now, I'm just using the Clinique Stay Matte pressed powder. This is in the color 17 Stay Golden. It's a really great oil controlling foundation, and that's the one that I'm going to use until I find something better, but it's been working pretty well. It's been working pretty well so far. I just wish that it had a little bit more coverage to it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Oh, and I'm using the Real Techniques powder. Gosh, I'm terrible. I'm using the Real Techniques powder brush for that. For bronzer, I'm using the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Give Me Sun. It is this really beautiful color. It's not too intense, but it's just intense enough. I like it. And I'm using the Morphe M527 brush. So I'm gonna bronze with that. The last part of the face, kind of the last part of the face, not really the last part of the face, the next part of the face is blush. So I'm going to be using a MAC blush. This is a matte blush called Coppertone. It's a really pretty, it's coming up a lot more pink on camera actually, but it's just a neutral orange. It's actually more orange, I promise. And it's matte and it's wonderful. And I just use the tiniest bit because I'm not super huge on blushes. The last and final step of the actual face is I'm just going to spray my face down with Fix Plus. We have a lot of powder on our face right now, so we're going to just spray this and kind of help to mesh the powder with my skin and foundation. That way it doesn't look so powdery and so cakey, because nobody wants a cake face. No one wants it. Okay, I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup really quickly and I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. My face is on completely. I've done brows, eye makeup, lips, the whole shebang. I'm just running a few errands today, so I didn't want to go super glam. I just wanted like a natural something. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely like and comment and, you know, all that good stuff. Subscribe if you have not already. I will be posting new content hopefully every week or so. Definitely comment below if you use any of these products, if you don't like any of these products, and what routine that you use for yourself. Be you oily or dry or anything. Just let's talk, let's chat. So again, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye guys.
I didn't highlight. Oh, man. Oh, it's so white. Oh no, bad things are happening. I should have left this alone.
If anybody has any suggestions for a good highlighting brush, please let me know. The Real Techniques contour brush, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So please let me know, comment below.